how to market your music in China. And if you don't know, I had the opportunity to do a small tour there last year, and it was a lot of fun. Actually, it was one of the best times of my life because the electronic music scene over there is just sort of starting to take off, and it's a good time to try and market yourself over there. I think the thing you need to know first of all is you're not going to be making millions. People think that there's a billion people living in China, and that there's inevitably so many people are going to want to buy your music. You have to remember that in China there's a huge music piracy culture, and actually there's been a lot of discussions about copyright. There's not a lot of great copyright laws there either. So just so you know, when you're doing what I do in China, when you're marketing yourself, you're just really sharing your music. If you're looking to do a lot of sales, that's probably not the video for you. But having said that, I think we'll just jump into some of the tools that I use. Um, Now, I guess the first thing to know about China is they're very restrictive about the kind of social media that the government will allow their people to see. So things like Twitter here, things like Facebook, um, Instagram more recently has been taken away, or access has been taken away. Google, of course, is not working over there, and SoundCloud, which is one of our tools, or one of my tools that I use quite a bit, that is not available in China either. So there's a number of different sites you can use to market yourself through social media over there. I think the first one I'll talk about is called Weibo, and just pull it up here. So Weibo is more or less, some people call it the Facebook of China, some people call it the Twitter of China. I think for me it's really more of a Twitter-like tool. I'm just gonna log into my account here. Let's take this off while I do that. Another tool you can use is QQ, although it's more of a private messaging service. So we're just logging in here. Okay. Now, what you want to do when you're setting up your accounts, before you do anything, is you're going to want to download Google Chrome, the web browser, and what this does is it automatically uses Google Translate to translate the web pages from Chinese to English, which is very helpful, particularly when you're signing up for these services, because you're going to be a little confused about how to sign up because it's all in Chinese. You don't know where to put in your email, where to put in your address, so we'll go through that a little bit. But so this is one tool. As you can see, there's a 140 character window at the top here. You can link through to photos, video. Again, when you're linking through, you've got to use Chinese services. So, and again, they don't have YouTube, so you're gonna have to use another service if you're wanting to show video over there. Youku, it's I'll put links in all the bottom of the video here, but Youku is sort of like their version of YouTube over there. And when you're doing your marketing over there, it's okay to use English. Simple English is fine. Most people can understand what you're saying. Anyhow, so this is Weibo. The other great tool is one called Ximalaya. This is a SoundCloud style service that is based in China, and so you can register on here using an email and password system, and you can upload your sounds. So if you're looking up in setting up your profile, and once you've done setting all that up, you'll notice that there's an upload button at the top here, and if you click on that, you'll get through to an upload service. Right now it's asking me for my login, so I'm just going to go off and do that. And these services you'll find are all integrated. When you post a song on Ximalaya, you'll have the ability to share it across some of the Chinese social networks, much like you could in SoundCloud, sharing to Facebook and Twitter, for example. So we've logged in, and you can do a live recording from your computer if you want, but what I do is just upload my sounds, and you can upload MP3, Windows Media, WAV files, all sorts of different things, and again, you can type in all the information there and upload it to your page. And so this will go into a stream just like it would into in SoundCloud. However, you'll notice that when you've uploaded a sound, you have a list of all of these are all my sounds here. There's a function over here you can share to. So this little red eye thing is Weibo. So if I want to share this track, it's called Bad Habits. You can just simply click on the Weibo icon, and it'll link through. It'll have actually all Chinese text made for you, and then you can just simply share it from there. This little big red button here is share, and it's set up to pretty much go from there. I don't in fact know a lot about Chinese hashtags, which is probably something to do a little more research into, find out what the popular hashtags are. I believe in China, as opposed to doing a hashtag where the hash symbol is in front of your topic, you have to have a hashtag on either end of it in order for it to work. So that's something to consider too. Now, some of the other functions are things like QQ Zone. If you decide to sign up for a QQ account, there's a subsidiary kind of sharing service called the Q Zone, and this is their homepage here. You can sign up for a QQ account, and it'll automatically create a QQ Zone for you. And once you have that set up, you can enter that into. Let's go back to Ximalaya here. There's a function to share. It's this little. There's a QQ space here with a yellow star, and then there's QQ friends. So if you're looking to send this to QQ friends, these are just personal friends, of which you won't have any initially when you set up your account. So you want to, unless you have specific people you already know in China who use QQ, you can share directly to those friends with this little penguin guy. The yellow star here, where you can see I got my mouse, that is the share space or Q Zone. And while that's loading in the background, I'll show you the final one, which is the WeChat symbol. WeChat is actually an app for your mobile device, for a tablet or phone. I use it to communicate quite a bit to my contacts in China, as well as some of my family who live over there. And this is one of the most popular instant messaging services. It is a sorry, let's get rid of that. It's a messaging service where you can predominantly, it's used to share texts or pictures from one friend to another, but there's also a broadcasting system called it's WeChat Moments. And when you've established a following on there, if you've made your profile public and people have invited you, well, that's the other thing, is when you set up QQ and when you set up WeChat, people will eventually, they will find you and add you, and you can when you want to share a Ximalaya track to WeChat, you can simply click on the WeChat, which is the messaging symbol here, and that will open up a QR code. And in the mobile device, there's a QR code scanner, and when you're on your phone, you just open WeChat, use the QR scanner, and hold your phone up to this QR code, and it will link to the track you want, and then you can broadcast it to your WeChat Moments feed. So just to recap on this, there's 4 different ways that you can share your sounds from Ximalaya to some of these social media networks. You've got WeChat, which is the little green symbol here. You've got the QQ space or Q zone. You've got Weibo, which is probably, I'd say, the best for you in order to have a broad sharing and listening audience. And then finally QQ friend share. And then there's one that's at the end here, which is a blogging feature. I wouldn't worry about that one too much. So there you have your Chinese version of SoundCloud. You've got your Weibo account here. And for example, if we look at my profile here, I'm currently following 500 people on here. My profile is known as DJ Soulier, and I've got about 115 followers right now, and I've done about 180 messages on this service. So I've posted some pictures on here. Not a huge amount of interaction at the moment, but I'm going to keep going. It's sort of slow and steady for me to get the audience that I'm hoping will be interested in my music. And there you have it. If you want to sign up for some of these services and link through to me, you can just search for Soulier, Soulier, on any of these services, and just friend me, and I can link you through to some potential contacts or people that you might be interested in getting to know over in China. And I guess that's all I have to say, other than just dive into it and don't be afraid to, do 1 or 2 posts a week, share your sounds, and just share interesting things about who you are and where you live, because people will be very interested in that from China, particularly from if you're coming from Europe or North America, because they're very interested. I'll just say that. And very friendly. China I've been there twice now, and I absolutely love it, and I'm looking forward to going back again this summer for another tour. In fact, just in the process of booking some shows for that, and yeah. So thanks for watching. I hope this video has been helpful for you. Before I go, one other tool you may be interested in is using the Google Translate feature. Where are we? Translate. And you can use this to go from English to Chinese traditional, but I would warn you that the translations do not come out very well. In fact, you may end up saying something that you may offend people, so I would just stick to simple English if I were you, to communicate with people in China. So there you have it. Check out the links below in the video profile, and hope you enjoyed it, and good luck.